Cleverly's in Columbiana, Alabama, in the Black Box Theater. How about that?
Sounds good to me.
Columbiana, a.k.a. the most dangerous city in America.
Is that right? Why is it dangerous? Is it close to a landmine? Arms dispensary? What's dangerous about it?
It ain't really dangerous, man. It's the loveliest village around. Do you like it? Like what you see?
That's why I wondered why it was so dangerous. I hadn't spotted the danger yet.
The boys ate with us today at the 10 Top 2, didn't you?
Very nice, very nice.
What'd you have?
I had the wings and collards.
Collards?
I never pass up a green anywhere.
Hear you, man. Well, it's so good to have you here at the Black Box. What do you think, man? You like the theater?
It's beautiful. Sound is wonderful. Engineers is amazing.
It's kind of hard to get along with, but
man, you guys, honestly, I was bragging on y'all a while ago about how easy it is to get along with you fellas. Good conversationalists too. You probably hadn't noticed, but we do conversate a little.
I love that about you. I love it about you. So, a lot of people, I noticed, I probably wasn't supposed to, but I noticed your set list here.
Yes, sir.
It ain't, man, that ain't no bluegrass. Ganged 'em. What's up with that?
Well,
Is that a shtick, man?
That's an old Bill Monroe song. That's what that is.
Yeah.
We try. Well, you know, it seems like a lot of bluegrass folks play the same set sometimes. You know, you'll go to a festival and you'll hear the same set, same songs. There's not much danger in very many other bluegrass bands playing that set list right there.
That's true, man. you know, I told all of y'all earlier, I feel like y'all are somewhat missionaries for bluegrass. Does that make sense to you?
It makes sense to
you
me.
Like bringing bluegrass to folk who, surprising them with the fact you can really play some bluegrass with the fact that you're not playing a standard bluegrass set list.
Yeah, and you know what? We get a lot of folks that hadn't listened to bluegrass in the past that have kind of jumped on and started listening to it because of some song that we crossed over and they enjoyed and found bluegrass that way. So we're kind of, you know, baptizing them in a way as well, if you want to put it that way.
I'll take it that way. I'll tell you that way. I mean, imagine you got some stories about from time to time, do you ever get attacked by purists that feel like that you're doing a disservice to bluegrass by mixing it with a little comedy, maybe mixing it with some pop tunes in the set list?
Yes, we have. Not very many though. Really? Honestly, we played IBMA a few times, and we played Bean Blossom, some of the biggest bluegrass festivals around, and some of them are known to be traditional. But people get it. They get what we're doing. It's a show. It's not, you know, it's not just a straight music set. But if you get past what we're playing and listen to us play, then you also get that these guys can really shred it. They're really good at what they do, and mixing the humor in there. Sometimes a lot of people overlook that. And so, you know, there's so many nuggets to what we're doing, and we want it to be entertaining, and we also want people that aren't just traditionalists to get it, but people that are traditionalists can get it.
Right.
We had one recently. It was kind of funny, and they called it you know, you guys are so good, you don't have to lean on that shtick.
So he's kind of getting on you about it.
Yeah, he called what we were doing a shtick, and it's not really. There's a lot that goes into this if you really want to, you know, if you really want to scratch past the surface, you can see a lot of preparation and a lot of hard work went into it. It's not a shtick; it's a show. It's meant to be entertainment.
Speaking of which, you're using some tools that a lot of bluegrass groups wouldn't use, like what do you call that tube up there, man?
That's a talk box.
Like Peter Frampton talk box.
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah.
And my brother, Vernon Dean, who we call VD, he is the first one that I ever heard play talk box through a banjo. and did it very well. Well, that happens to be his dad. This is Dale
Awesome.
Vernondale DVD,
DVD.
cleverly. And so he, I think, has even taken it even to the next level. Man, he really plays some good stuff on there if you listen to what he's doing. But anyway, that guy was talking about it, what we were doing was a slap in the face to Earl and Bill and Lester and all of them. And the only way you can respond to that is, well, you know, you don't get it, and you don't get that you don't get it. So there's no reason in me trying to help you get it, because you're not going to, you know. You either do or you don't, and if you don't, that's fine. There's a lot of great traditional music out there that we all love.
Well, and people look at string bean as a legitimate, you know.
Yeah, man. That's right.
Legitimate legend of bluegrass or whatever.
He had a shtick, if you want to put it in that category.
Well, it was a show, and it's like
connecting with people.
It's not the first time somebody's made a show out of that type of music. But.
I know. Absolutely. I agree. So we got a sold out house tonight, man.
That's
so
awesome.
People are actually coming, not by mistake. They actually know what they know what they're coming to get. So you know, in this Black Box Theater, we like to frame up virtuosity, man. You know, people who put in their 10,000 hours of practice and all that sort of thing. That fits you guys, whether it's classical, bluegrass, blues, or whatever it is. And so I always ask everybody the same question, because it's a disease of our generation that people think they can get all the entertainment, all the connection they need by scrolling with their handheld device. You know what I'm saying? By YouTube or whatever. All that's awesome, but there's no substitute, in my opinion, for coming to connect with a live band, coming out to hear live music. Can you put into words why you think folks what they're missing if they don't come hear live music?
You know, I can only go by what people tell us that see the show. Is, you know, they got turned on to us by the videos that were on YouTube and Facebook and all that, and they liked it because of that, but they didn't get even 90% of what the show is all about from those videos, because you don't get the virtuosity like you said, and you don't get all of the humor, the nuances, the subtleties, the timing. Yeah. And the sound. How can you possibly get that live sound from speakers?
Like watching an earthquake on TV, you can't feel it.
No, you can't feel it.
You know
That's the
what I'm saying?
point of music and entertainment. It's like you can't go to see Cat on a Hot Tin Roof on your phone and really get it, but you can go to the theater and see a great performance of and never forget it as long as you live, you know?
Yeah. Now, so you got this affinity for each other, at least as far as your musical mix and the chemistry together and all that sort of thing. How did you come together as a group? Or did you have to search for one another?
We're family.
Family.
I'm
like related family. Like
I'm the patriarch of the group. My dad and his 4 brothers started the Cleverly Trio.
I'll be done.
And then,
I did not know that.
Yeah, and then I carried it on after, you know, trying a lot of different things. Of course, we have a farm that the whole family works on. We have alpacas, pipe tobacco. We've done everything that you can think of. Dad's elixirs got us through the 70s and 80s. And now we have alpaca dairy. And so we've been milking alpacas for about the last 15, 20 years. And playing music on the side. We all play, every one of us. It's my grandson. I got 2 boys, Digger Jr. and Digger Jr. Jr. This is Quattro right here. And this is my brother's boy, DVD. And this is my brother's other boy, Cub. They're twins. Yeah, not identical. They're genital twins.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're all related. And then the bass player, Ricky Lloyd, is my sister Delva's boy. And I'm not trying to be funny. This is real. This is for real.
I'm just in a good mood.
He ain't.
But Ricky Lloyd plays the doghouse bass. He's my sister Delva's boy. So yeah, we're all family, and this is all we've ever known.
That's awesome, man. I'll just go ahead and tell you that this is a pretty new venue, and we're about 14 or 15 shows in here at the Black Box Theater. And you can believe this or not, but there was about 3 acts I had on my bucket list before this even opened, and you guys are one of them.
Man, that's
So
awesome.
that just shows you how weird I am.
No, we related to you as soon as we pulled into the driveway. We knew that you guys were cool and that you guys got it, and not only that you've obviously done a great thing for this town, keeping this going and growing it and getting this type of facilities, but I can tell it's in you guys' DNA.
Yeah.
You know, all of you that work here. So that to us is pretty special. The sound is the, we're excited to play tonight because the sound is really good, and you guys know your stuff. That means a world to us.
Tell me a little bit before we wrap. But tell me a little bit how you develop a tune. I mean, just give me an example of one that somebody just come to practice and they heard of.
Well, here's a good example. We were working on the record, this latest record, Blue.
Yeah.
And DVD brought up the Eiffel 65 song Blue, and I remembered that song, and I never ever thought about ever doing that. It's like that song was just waiting right underneath the surface for somebody to mention it, because in all the years we've been doing this, I never thought of it, and when he brought it up, I was like, well, that's a no-brainer, and it come to be the title track of the record. And another thing we did this time, we partnered with Mountain Home Music out of Asheville, and great studios, great engineer, and they just let us have it for whenever we booked it. And so we would go in there. We knew that all knew what tunes we were doing the several days before, so we were able to work on it. But we never played a note together until we got in there, and it took us a couple hours on each song to just kind of sit around and get feel for it and get ideas, and then we worked it up, and I really enjoyed that process because everybody had a hand in on it.
Yeah.
Normally in the past we put the song in and rehearsed it and did it for a long time, and then went in and recorded it, which is, there's a lot to be said for that too, but this time seemed a lot more fun to
It's
me.
interesting to me how you put that high lonesome bluegrass harmony into some pop tune that wouldn't ordinarily have it. And like to me, somebody that's of your level of musicianship, getting the chord changes is not that challenging, but getting the groove, getting the slot, getting the feel, and still be identifiable as that tune is like an awesome thing.
That's from these guys doing it, hearing it, and living that for that long. You can't just translate that into a T-Pain song unless that high lonesome is already in you.
Yeah, that's right.
And these guys, I mean, his Cubs harmonies are some of the best bluegrass harmonies that I've been able to blend with me. And
Nobody question your authenticity when they
I
hear it.
love it. That right there is the icing on the cake. That puts the stamp on it.
It definitely does. It definitely does, man. To me, y'all come off as 100 proof authentic, man.
Appreciate that.
And
You as well.
Well, you don't know me very well, but I appreciate it. Hey, did I forget anything, Phil?
I think you got it, man.
All right, so in case we forget, because he'll run some script underneath there, what's the best way to find y'all's music and find you on YouTube and all that stuff?
Well, the cleverleys.com, or we're on all the social media stuff.
So somebody put the Cleverleys in without the apostrophe.
Yes, with that. Yeah, you wouldn't believe how
You
many times that one's been done.
You got to say that. You got to
Yeah.
be explicit. Yeah, that's cool, man.
Yeah, man, that's great.
Thank
Awesome,
y'all,
guys.
brother.
Thank you.
bro.
Appreciate that.
man.
Thank you.
Absolutely.